I have known Ann a very long time, and I got to know her through my work with AAME and A Magazine. I began working at King University in 2005, and I met Ann there. She was teaching music theory at King, and she asked me to join the A Magazine committee and also the board of AAME. So on and off, I have been affiliated with both of those organizations since about 2005, and Ann was a very constant source of inspiration and advice and guidance throughout most of those years. When I nominated Ann for this award, I said she could qualify in any of the categories that we have for this award. As an artist, she's an accomplished composer. She's been commissioned by various institutions in our community to compose pieces. First Presbyterian Church, the Paramount Chamber Orchestra, Voices of the Mountains. I mean, she's been thoroughly immersed in the music that those organizations have produced and has even been commissioned to compose for them. So as an artist, she's quite accomplished. As an educator, she has taught music theory at King University and East Tennessee State University, and she's also taught private piano lessons for a number of years. And as an arts advocate and administrator, her work with AAME and A Magazine certainly fits that category and has been a tireless worker to make those organizations successful and to advocate for them. Without the driving force of Ann, I don't think AAME would exist. I don't think A Magazine would exist. Because in the beginning, when the community was tasked with forming an arts council, Ann was the person who oversaw that process. She oversaw the completion of a charter for the organization. She also oversaw the process of completing the 501c3 to become a nonprofit, and both of those processes are quite involved and involve a lot of time and a lot of meticulous care, which Ann devoted to. And once we became an organization, she was the president of AAME. She served many terms as president. She wrote grants. She served as treasurer of that organization, and then was also involved with A Magazine when it became a project of AAME, and served as chairperson for that organization, and oversaw advertising, which is key to the success of A Magazine. She did that for a number of years, and was a faithful proofreader of the magazine, which of course happens every month before the magazine comes out. But she has retired. We didn't feel that we could honor her in the way that we wanted to until she was no longer a member of AAME or the A Magazine board, but she has been retired a number of years, so we felt it was time that she get her due or recognition for all the hard work she's done. Ann is such a wonderful role model. We have a lot of young people on the board now. I'm no longer on the board myself, and I'm very pleased with the direction the board has taken. I think with our newer board members, I think there's been a lot of new ideas, fresh ideas that have been quite good. And Ann has served as a role model, I think, for the kind of hard work it takes to be a volunteer member of an organization like these are. This isn't a board that you sit on and don't do anything. And she certainly epitomized that for me, and I'm sure she has for others as well.
Years ago, Art Powers envisioned that the Bristol Herald-Courier could publish a magazine devoted to the arts in our region. 20 years ago, Nancy DeFries envisioned that we could have a real arts council. Nancy also envisioned that this Arts Council could eventually adopt a magazine for the arts as one of its projects. These visions became reality, and these endeavors are still going strong, thanks to the Tennessee Arts Commission, the Virginia Commission for the Arts, to countless other supporters, donors, advertisers, committee members, and board members. Now, when we mention committee members and board members, these might sound like dry, bureaucratic terms, but those words represent individuals, individual persons, real people who deeply care and have given thousands of volunteer hours in these past 30 years to support a magazine for the arts and Arts Alliance Mountain Empire. In 2003, when I was privileged on behalf of the A Magazine Committee to accept the Governor's Award in the Arts from Governor Bredesen, I described these volunteers. We have put aside our own paintbrushes, our pens, our musical instruments, our dance shoes, our costumes, in order to work for all the arts in our region. 20 and 30 years ago, we could never have imagined that in putting aside our own creative processes, that together we could have created something as enduring as Arts Alliance Mountain Empire and a magazine for the arts as its main project. Now, I realize I will never receive the AME Award. I will never receive the Tony Award or the Obie Award, but I'm very humbled and honored this evening to accept and receive the AME Award. Thank you very much.